Okay, hello traders and welcome to live trading session. Today is still Rapan here, founder of Master the Markets Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today's topic, it's going to be on ranges and time frame correlation. So in our live trading session videos, what we are really looking at is basically in live market conditions on how to analyze a trade, strategy incorporation of parameters where you can help to improve your strategies and optimize them. Now, if you have any questions at all regarding this video or any of your strategies, you can always book a one-to-one session with our professional trader coaches. So let me just show you over here where you can actually do that. You can actually go on to here where you've got a session that you can book in and take your trader personality test, gain a free video course that pertains to your personality, and then also trade live with us as well and learn strategies that just take 15 minutes per day, or end of day strategies as we call it. Okay, you can go ahead and book your session over here and you can ask us any questions. We are happy to serve you and support you on your trading journey ahead. Okay, right, so that's to do over there. Now let me go on to the markets. Let me just quickly just stop the share over there. And as I'm pulling up the charts, let me just get it up and running. And that should be good over there. Let me pull up the charts. There you go. So today's topic is going to be on ranges and time frame correlation. So let's take a look at that. What do I mean by a range? So let's go through one by one and then we can put the charts side by side and we'll look at different currency pairs, okay? Or different instruments for that matter. So for example, the first thing is, if you want to use range principles for your intraday trading, the first thing to do is project the range for the next day, okay? Well, how can you do that? You can use a particular thing called an average true range, which what it will do is that it will calculate the range of each bar for the last 10 days. If you use 10 days as an average period, you can choose whichever one you want. So let's say the range of this from high to low, let's say is 50 pips, and this one is 70, this one is 80. You average that out, divide by 10, and you get an X number, okay? After you have done that, then you project it for the next day forward. So if I were to put that indicator here, which is the ATR10 here, and if I were to put my cursor on here, I can read off the ATR10 of that. So over here, you can see that the ATR10 is 70 pips, okay? Usually the next day, what you usually do, you project for 80% of that 70 pip range, which will give you 56 pips. All right. So 56 pips is what we will go for. So as of today, you can see the bar range here that you can see, which is designed by one of our Vedanta elite traders, has already done 75 pips. Okay, even more than 180 on. So we can't trade that as of now. But to give you a flavor of how that would look like, let me just put them side by side. And this is what you can do as you do into um, the real in real time, what you can do. In fact, we'll be starting this very shortly. Very soon, we're putting all the infrastructure together. And then very soon, we can do it in real time with all of you guys as well. So you can see if I were to cover the chart and start off here at, let's say, which is 6, because this is 1 hour behind, isn't it, on this chart? 6 a.m. Would be 7 to 8. So if I were to start here, what you would do, if let's say this is all you could see, all right, and you start from this red line here, which is the start of this day, of today, 9th of June. If this is all you could see as of now, at this point, what you check is how much range has it done? And you will see that it's only done 22 pips. If it's done only 22 pips, then there is, as you can see, 56 pips is what we calculated, 0.8 times the 70, wasn't it? So 56 pips. 22 pips is what it's done. So if you minus 22, all you know is that there's 34 pips left to capture. So that would be your target point, okay? From if you were to enter either on the high or on the low of that range for today to eventually form this bar. Isn't it not, traders? This is the open, That is your equidistant stretch, as we have mentioned before. So that's how you should analyze it. And then based on your bias, so this is a top to bottom move over here. So I would maybe just take a very simple bias of where the open equity is and going for a short trade. If I were to do that, I would take a short when it takes out the low of this and a stop loss for the high. And I'll go for 34 pips and a 22 pip stop loss, which is about 1.1. So if I were to do that, you can see that I can place my target over here, which is a green line. And from this bottom here, that would be 32 pips, is it not, traders? So 34 pips is what I said we will go for. Bang on is about 14109 is what we are looking at. And then you can see, but it hasn't triggered our entry point here yet. If you can see here, right? So our entry point was around here. Let me put that in blue so that you guys can see it. So over here, so ignore all of this ones here. This all as of yesterday. So if my entry point was here and my target point was here, I still haven't been triggered into the trade. So I keep patiently waiting. And then you can see that then it did this. And then after that, it came back further down. This is the bar that would have triggered me at about 3 p.m. right now. And then after that, then it's towards my target, which is over there. But do remember, because the trade would have changed and it had done, if you look, because it took out towards the high, you can see that it's done 35 pips here. And let's see, this one here has done 42 pips. Is it not, traders? Remember, 56 pips. Now it's only 14 pips left for you to capture. So that is how range and TFC would work. Like, again, you would then capture it and take it accordingly in whichever entry point that you are looking to go towards. Okay. Another way of entry is when the stretch line is breached and there's a close above it. But for today, this is what I want to cover. So at the beginning of the day, take a bias, and if it doesn't trigger by a certain time, then you would stop your trading and wait for another day. Let's very quickly then take a look at the other currency pairs on how they would have planned out for today. So let me just take a look at maybe let's say the dollar Swiss and the dollar Swiss daily. Again, I can do this 46 pips, 80% of that is about 32. And over here, as of the beginning of today, if I were to move it all the way to here, and you can see that at 6 a.m., how many pips has it done? It had done about 10, 22 pips more to capture, top to bottom move. That is your move that you would have captured over there, okay? So have a think on this. So basically what we covered today was basically calculating your range based on an ATR from the daily time frame, and then applying that to the 1 hour time frame, and then using a bias of a top to bottom or bottom to top, which would require you to quantify the tops and bottoms. Okay, so have a reflection on that and see how you can incorporate that into your own strategy and see how your results can be improved. If you have a strategy that you already have, if you do not have, you can always construct one, and we can definitely help you towards constructing one over a one-to-one session over here. So go ahead, book your session, and there you can take your personality test, a free video course that pertains to your personality, and also you can trade live with us as well. And also remember, if you want to get videos like this straight to your inbox, you can also subscribe to our video channel as well. All right, traders, I believe that you enjoyed that session. If you got any comments or any topics that you would like to hear from us, please do message us in the box below on the YouTube channel, or you can always email us or tell us during your one-to-one session. That's all from me for now. As we say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.